watching Soleful Discussions.
All right, so hi, how you doing today?
Good, thank you.
All right. So how did our paths cross today? How did you and I just meet right now?
I came to do my laundry.
Me too.
And then
laundry?
he just saw me and asked me.
Absolutely. And so you were like, yeah, cool. And then you asked me, what is it about?
Oh.
So what are the topics we're going to cover? I gave you 3 topics. You remember?
Yes.
Okay.
One of them was mental health.
Mental health.
I remember the other one.
Reflexology.
And
And feet. How do you feel about that? Okay. So let me ask you this. When you hear the word feet, what do you think about? First thing that goes through your mind when you start thinking about it. Be honest. Just whatever comes to your mind. What do you think about?
No, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I know about mental health, though.
Do you think about what I'm saying? When you hear feet, do you think about pedicures? Do you think about
Yes.
self-care?
Yes.
Stuff like that?
Self-care. I
Okay.
do like self-care a lot.
Okay, so
I
you
do
like self-care.
self-care for myself.
Nice.
I mean, I have my toes.
Okay.
I have pedicure.
Nice. So you go out, you get pedicures regularly?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we're going to ask you questions today to be about how you feel about feet. And you just feel free to answer however you
Okay.
like, okay? And then what about mental health? When you think about that, what do you think about?
I really think it's really important.
Mhm.
I mean, it's been a while. Like a couple months ago, I've been through like really some hard stuff.
Oh, wow.
And then I think I started having patience for me.
Okay.
What else? A lot of love.
Okay.
Yeah, because I used to be a person that will always be like, I don't like myself. I don't love
So
myself.
self-esteem.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So-
that was the hardest thing. If you don't accept yourself, nobody can do it.
It's very
and,
true.
And I'm still like, working on that part.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, but if I get, I do my makeup, I do my toes, I
Yeah.
feel pretty, and that makes me feel secure.
That's good. That's like, so
And-
you're finding ways to like make yourself
Yes.
feel good about yourself. That's
If I
good.
don't like something, I try to change it, but I change it like for me, not for somebody else.
Very good.
So I think, that's one of the most things. I really like it,
Okay.
I give me myself time that I
Yeah.
don't used to do before.
I like that.
So I think,
Okay. So we're gonna ask you a couple questions. Like today, our mental health topic we're gonna cover is like social media, the impacts it can have on depression and anxiety. So I'll ask you a couple questions. You just answer those questions for me, okay?
Okay.
And then lastly, reflexology. Have you ever heard of that before?
what was that?
Reflexology. Have you
Yes.
ever heard of that before? You know what that is?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'll give you some information today about that. You can just tell me like, hey, yeah, that's what I know it to be. Do you like it? What are your thoughts about that?
Okay.
So let's start with the first question, right? What are your thoughts about how the world is starting to become more aware of mental health and what we're doing about it? Do you think it's good? How do you
I
feel about
think it barely started a couple years ago
Yep.
because of our generation.
Mhm.
I think, because I know a lot of people and a lot of moms say it's because my generation used to be like that. But like, come on, it's if the year changed, new things come in. So
that?
like like I said, I'm 22,
Yep.
and when I went through that, I was around 17, 18
Yeah.
years, because I started living by myself at
Yeah.
that time. Because my parents live in Mexico, so
Oh,
I live
wow.
by myself with my friends.
Yeah.
So that's a really hard thing to
Yeah,
be
really.
by yourself, like with no family. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you find things to do, I mean, you get entertained, and then I don't know, it won't take you to bad things.
Very much.
Yeah,
I
so-
agree with that. Absolutely.
That's
Cool. Let me ask you this: in terms of social media, what are your thoughts about it? And then, how do you use social media yourself?
I used to use a lot of social media before when I was younger. Not right now because I work. I don't
Yeah.
have time for that
You're
right
like,
now.
I'm too busy, man.
Yes, I have a lot of work. I don't have time for social media. But yeah, it's really hard. Like, I have sisters. I have little sisters.
Oh wow.
And I've been really seeing, like, one of my little sisters just went through something of the girls don't liking her and things, throwing hate
yeah.
on social media. And it's really hard because you as a person will stay, like, if you didn't think of that about you, now that
Yeah.
person make you think of that about you. And
Yeah.
and that's really messed up. I think everybody should help each other with a compliment. I'm that kind of person. I wish you would be like, I love your shoes.
Oh yeah, because compliments
Yes.
make you feel good, right?
They make you feel secure.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
like, hey, social media is a really dangerous. So I mean, it's a good way,
Yeah.
to explore, but it's a really dangerous.
It can be
stuff.
dangerous if you go the wrong way. Absolutely. Let me ask you this: let's say somebody came to you and they said, I'm gonna give you the power to change something about social media. Would you change anything? Do you feel like it's okay the way it is? Do you feel like people need to change? What are your thoughts?
Everything needs to change.
Okay.
Everything needs to change.
Yeah.
Like, not social media, like everything needs
You're like,
to
we
change.
need to revamp everything. Just
Yes.
redo everything.
But I think everything, like, I know if like I do something, it might not change the world,
Yeah.
but it might change.
Well, you don't know that, right? Because think about this, right? If we want to see change happen outside, we change ourselves first, right? And little things that we do.
I know, like,
right?
for example, what I like to do when I go to Mexico, I really like helping people.
Okay.
So I make food and I take people food to the hospitals and stuff
That's
like
so nice.
that. And then, I mean, like I said, it's maybe not the thing that's gonna make the change of the world, but it makes the people's day or the people's
Makes
day
them feel
change.
good.
Yeah, you know, because
Absolutely.
you don't know like how many people is without
It's
eating,
impacted, yeah.
or
Absolutely.
you just make them the day. And
Yeah.
it's really, I really like that feeling.
That's really dope, man. I think that there's something to be said. I remember watching this movie called Pay It Forward when I was a little younger, and it was all about like the actions that people do, like the things that they do for people, like will have like a ripple effect. So you do something good for somebody, that
you
person
can pay
does something
forward
good.
one day.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. That's what I think. I think if you do things good will come to your life.
And so I think that what you should do is like keep doing that, because somebody might see you, maybe somebody younger.
I don't like, well, yeah, my sisters will be like, because I told them, like, the first time I get a check, the first thing I'm going to do is, you know, do that, because,
That's dope.
yeah. So.
Not too many people do. That's really dope, man. In terms of anxiety, right? If you ever deal with anxiety, I don't know if you do, but if there's things that bring you anxiety, I don't know if you mind sharing it. Not anything too deep, but just maybe more surface level. And then if you do, like, what do you do to counteract it? Like, you feel anxiety happening, is there anything you do to like make it go away?
Yes, I do have anxiety.
Okay.
Well, what I like watching is movies.
Okay.
I like being by myself.
Okay.
Like, I don't like people around me when that happens.
Like,
So,
keep that
or
away.
if I'm in home,
Yeah.
I would just step outside and just go for a walk.
okay.
I think that helps me a lot, and I like reading too. So
Nice.
I think that's our ways. I think you have to have your mind occupied, because if you just leave it free, you're still gonna be thinking of stuff that you don't
Absolutely.
supposed to be thinking.
Yeah.
So just keep your mind occupied.
I like that.
Sorry for my English.
You're good, man. You're doing well. So let's get into these questions now. I'll be intrigued to see what your thoughts are, okay? How do you feel about your feet? What are your thoughts?
My feet.
Yeah, how do you feel about your feet?
Well,
You like
like
them?
I said, I just before, because like I said, I work a lot, 10, 12-hour shift,
Oh, wow.
standing a lot. I didn't used to take care of my feet, to be
Okay.
honest. Like when I told you,
Yeah.
I didn't used to take care of myself. But then I was like, damn, like if I don't get pretty for myself, nobody's gonna look, you know.
Yeah.
It's just for me. So then I started using sandals, and I was looking at my feet. I was like, damn, I don't like my feet.
So you don't like your feet?
So I didn't like them before, but
Oh,
then
okay.
when I started doing pedicure, they used to
started
like,
to like
yeah, they look prettier.
That's
so
really dope. That's really
it helped
dope.
me. You know, I
Nice.
could put sandals now and then just.
You like,
walk.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever received compliments about your feet? Has anybody ever said, hey, you
Yeah,
have nice
since
feet?
I started doing pedicure, yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this. When you get a compliment about that, how does it make you feel?
Good. I'll be like, oh, they like my feet, and for it, I'll be like, no, I would just wear shoes, you know.
To kind of like, because you're hiding them, because you're like, they're not
Yes.
done, whatever like that.
Yeah.
So now you have more, like, a little bit more self-esteem about that. Cause
Yeah,
like,
because
I'm getting
people
them done.
notice. I mean, people, when they look at you,
Yeah.
that's the first thing that they see, your feet.
You'll be surprised. Some people think it's not. They're like, well, people should look up here. And it's like, I've heard girls say, like, they look at a guy's shoes first. Like,
Yes.
that's the first thing they look at.
They look at you.
Right? They're like, they look at the shoes and they're like, oh, okay, does he take care of the shoes or whatever? So it's always
Yeah,
interesting.
like the guys.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not for them, but they do look
Exactly.
at the girl's feet
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah.
That's dope. So let me ask you this. In terms of compliments you receive, not just like physical, but like compliments in general, is there a certain compliment that when you get it from somebody, you're like, man, that really made me feel good. That made my day.
Yes, I think either is physical or general. I really like it because it makes you I
So
don't know.
compliments in general, you feel good about.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think everyone, because I don't
Yeah.
know, it just makes you feel secure that what you're doing, and
It's
then
good,
keep doing it. It just make you, if you're here and then they make you a compliment, you're just here now.
Yeah, it's like
So
goes
it's-
up a little bit.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
I think everybody likes it. So
You'd be surprised. I get some people who are like, compliments make me nervous. I don't like
Yeah.
them.
but
Yeah.
deep inside they like it.
Deep inside, yeah, deep inside, I like that. In terms of if you were dating somebody or going to start dating somebody, right? Is there anything you would consider to be like a potential deal breaker, something like you wouldn't deal with in a potential partner?
Jealous.
Jealous. So
Or,
jealousy.
you know, like that kind of guy that they always want to be on top with you.
Controlling.
Yes.
Like basically, like, oh, okay, I see.
I don't like
Yeah,
that.
you like, I need my,
They have
because you
to be
just talked
secure.
about.
Like, I'm hanging out with you. I'm talking
Yeah.
to you. Like, you have to be secure that I'm not talking to someone else.
Yeah, and you just talked about, right? Sometimes you like to be by yourself. So I guess if somebody was kind of invading your personal time.
Oh
that
yeah,
you want for
I have.
yourself-
Well, like since I got here to LA, a lot of people, because I use the metro a lot,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of people come up to me and be like, "Can I have your number?" Or "You're pretty." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, but no."
Thank you, but no.
I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
No, like, I don't like going out with a lot of people.
Okay, that makes sense. How often you get pedicures? You kind of talked about before you didn't really get them done, but how often do you get them done?
Every 2-3 weeks.
Every two. Do you get gel?
No, I just get them toes white.
Okay, so you just get them regular, no gel.
I get like everything can get off from my
So you
feet.
keep them natural.
Yes.
I see.
I don't put gel on. I don't like them.
Okay,
I like them
interesting.
natural, just with white.
Okay.
And that's it.
Nice. What? Because you can kind of dress white up with anything. Right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of a medical pedicure before?
No.
Okay. So that's like when you go see a podiatrist, specialist of the foot, right?
Yeah.
They take a look at your feet to like make sure your nails grow correctly. They make sure your toe alignment is right.
Yeah.
They check your feet for like dead skin, fungus, and they do all the work there with like medical grade equipment. What are your thoughts on like if you had the opportunity to see somebody like that who could give you like more insight to what's happening with your feet, like tell you like if anything's good or bad?
It's gonna sound weird.
Okay.
But I don't know, have you ever seen those videos and they cut the nail that's
Oh
wrong?
yeah, they grown.
Yeah, I like seeing that videos.
Oh, okay. That's not wrong
It's
with that.
satisfying.
Yeah. So you kind of like more into like ASMR because that's kind of what it
Yes.
is, right? You like stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
like seeing it. Like it's satisfying. I don't know why.
That's, hey, man. Like to each their own.
So yeah,
right?
like if I had the opportunity of someone telling me like what's going on with my feet, of course.
That's
yes.
dope.
Yes.
That's dope. Okay, cool. Let me ask you this: how come you were open toe shoes? You kind of talked about you
Open
didn't
shoes?
before, yeah. Open like sandals, flip flops.
I use them more often
Okay.
when I don't work.
Okay, so when you have an opportunity of going out or something.
Yes,
Like
I really use them. I'll be like, instead of tennies, I'll use sandals.
that. Okay, cool,
I really like sandals more.
nice. How can you go barefoot? No shoes, no socks, whatever.
No, I cannot. I have to wear at least socks.
So like Nike socks, specifically Nike.
No, like socks.
Oh, socks. So you
Yeah,
have to
I
have
can't
socks.
be like just
Really?
on my feet.
Is it because like you don't like the feeling of how dirt feels on your feet?
Yeah, I don't like the. No,
Okay.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I hear that's quite often. Let me ask you this: have you ever heard of like earthing and grounding before?
No.
So that's like when you go barefoot in grass, dirt, sand. It's something that people do to like meditate. It's like a way of like releasing like
Yeah.
energy that's back. Like you feel like the most at one with nature.
Yeah.
Is that something you would try? Like to do that?
I'll not that, but I used to do boxing.
Okay.
So that will help because I'm a very stressful person.
Ah.
I used to be like, I will get angry for anything.
Interesting.
So
Very interesting.
boxing will help me a lot.
Absolutely.
That will distress me a lot. So yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. A lot of footwork there with boxing too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So now, can we see what your feet look like?
I want to take my socks off.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
All right. First of all, what size do you wear? Leave your socks on for now, and then let's take off both shoes.
Oh shoot.
And so, what size shoe do you wear? First of all?
I'm 7.
Size 7. Okay, let me get you kind of turn this way and just put your feet out like this. All right, cool. Just cool. I actually got on the blue socks right now. All right,
Yes.
cool. And then let me get you to stretch your feet out straight like this. Like, put them out straight. Your legs
Oh,
straight.
straight.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. And then let me have you take your socks off. All right, and so you're rocking the white polish like you said. Okay, cool. All right, so cool. And it looks like your toes, I don't know if you know about the different toe alignments. There's different toe alignments for people, right?
Yeah.
So when your toes go from big to small, they call that an Egyptian toe alignment. Now it looks like to me, your second toe is slightly like longer than the rest of the toes. What do you think?
Like, to be honest, I have No, I don't think it's bigger.
Do you think your bigger toe is bigger?
Yes.
Okay. So you have an Egyptian toe alignment, okay? So let me get you stretch your legs out straight and let's put your toes up like this. Toes up. All right, cool. So how are you feeling? You met me like a little while ago. I'm kind of asking you some questions, looking at your feet now. How do you feel?
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm comfortable about 1 of them 10, like a 3.
A 3, okay. Leave your feet up. We're going to throw a couple more exercises. I'm going to tell you about the mental health of like what got me started with my channel, okay? Have you ever heard of exposure therapy before?
No.
Never heard of that before?
No.
So exposure therapy is for people, for example, let's say you're uncomfortable in certain situations. Let's say you're afraid of roller coasters. You're like, man, like I like to go to theme parks, but when I go there, I don't get on roller coasters because I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Right? You want to, but you're just like, I'm really afraid.
There's something that just makes you stop.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what therapists will tell you to do is like go out and do that, right?
So you can get.
Go do it over and over again, right? They want you to get used to how it feels, right? So that you can learn like, okay, I'm going on this roller coaster, but nothing's wrong. Like nothing's gonna happen. Like the things that you think about sometimes that, oh, this could happen, this could go wrong. Those things are just things your mind's creating to prevent you from experiencing life.
You only see the bad things.
Yeah, exactly. So when I heard about that, I was watching another guy's channel and I heard about that and I was like, wow, that's really amazing. In the past, I'm an overthinker. Like I overthink everything.
Oh,
right?
That's
exactly.
That's me. I'm an overthinker.
So you see what I mean? So sometimes there are situations where it doesn't require so much thinking. Like I just need to act, and I'll overthink that. So I was like, when I heard about that, I was like, oh, that's really dope. Like, let me go out. I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to ask women their opinions about how do they feel about these different subjects, right? See if they can be comfortable in the moment. So usually we have a discussion. Can you be comfortable now? When I ask you that, can you still be comfortable, or do you get uncomfortable in that subject? So I get some women who are like cool, they're like no problem. Some women are like they overthink it, and then some women are like, no, I'm okay. But the whole point of that is to show my reactions to the people who watch my channel, so that they can learn to be more comfortable, like in situations that may make them feel uncomfortable, right? So let's say, for example, a guy was like into feet, he liked it, right? He wouldn't have to feel weird about telling somebody he likes that, hey, I like really like feet, because he thinks that they're gonna look at him as being weird or anything like that. Yeah. So that's what my channel's all about, trying to like create more positives around that. What are your thoughts about that? Like what I'm doing, like how do you feel about that?
It's really cool. It's really cool that you're asking about mental health. It's really important at this time. Like I said, it's not the past.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's really cool.
Cool.
And I really like it.
Nice. So let's talk about reflexology, and I'll let you get up out of here, okay? So reflexology is actually all about the different pressure points, like, right? You have all these pressure points in your hands and in your feet, right? Those pressure points actually connect to different parts of your body. So let's say, for like example, through massage, through acupuncture, acupressure, you can alleviate stress and tension to various parts of your body. So I don't know if you deal with migraines or you know anybody who deals with migraines, but like there's actually a portion of your hands and your feet you can massage that alleviates the tension you feel in those moments. There's also a piercing you can get in your ear that does the exact same thing.
Wow, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, what are your thoughts about that? Like what reflexology can do for you?
I don't know. I think that's very cool. I mean, if I can get it, I could definitely use it because it's something that will make me feel better.
Yeah.
You know.
So I don't know if you get because like you said you go get pedicures. Do they usually massage like your feet or anything like that? Like
yes, they do. They scrub everything out.
Do you feel a difference, right? So when you go in, you might feel like kind of tense, but when you leave, do you feel more comfortable?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So
you feel more relaxed.
You feel more relaxed, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So yeah, usually when we get into reflexology, we talk about sensitivity, right? How ticklish do you tend to be?
I'll say a 5.
When you get pedicures, are you ticklish? Like you experience like any moments where you're like, wow, this is really intense, or are you kind of just like,
No, it's kind of normal.
It's kind of normal for you. Okay. Because there's actually a trick to that to like make you less ticklish in those moments. Some women, like when they do the pumice stone, they kind of feel like really tense in that moment.
Yeah. No, I just feel it normal.
Okay. Cool. There is a trick to that though. What you can do is when you feel that happen, you wiggle your toes a little bit if you start to feel like a little ticklish. Because what happens there? Well, let me ask you, what do you think happens? Like if you like do this while there's a motion happening, what do you think happens?
I don't know.
So what happens is, first of all, your mind will think about actively doing something else, right? So it's like a distraction. Yeah. But also because your feet are moving, the energy that's going in one direction moves. It goes to another direction. So like you can't feel it.
Okay, I'll try it next time.
Absolutely. Just okay. So let me get you to do a couple exercises with your feet. This is a test like dexterity and flexibility, okay? So let me get you to put your feet back out straight. How you have them, and the toes up. All right. So what I want you to do first is just bend your toes, make a fist. Tell me, do you feel pain, discomfort, cramping?
No.
Does it feel easy?
Yeah.
Okay, relax. Okay, let me get you spread your toes. Tell me if you feel pain, discomfort, cramping, anything happening.
No.
Pretty easy to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Last one, wiggle your toes for 10 seconds. Tell me if you feel pain, discomfort.
I can't move that one.
Which one? Oh, is it your big toe here?
The second one.
The second one's
they're
hard?
together.
Okay. I'm going to give you a trick of what you can do to like kind of like create
Okay.
more flexibility there. Okay, cool. You're good. All right, so what you can do is, I don't know if you have a tennis ball or a golf ball at home, but if you can get one, in the morning time, roll your foot across it. What it'll do is loosen up the tendons and muscles that you have in your feet, so that way you're more flexible. And then just practice some of those movements. Do that every now and then,
Okay.
make you more flexible. Because it's like when you go to the gym, right? When you lift
I don't
a lot of
go to
weights.
the gym.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. But yeah, usually when you lift a lot, your muscles become more aware of like, oh, I need to do this motion to do this. So it's a trick for you. So let's wrap up the interview now. In terms of my approach, when I came up to you and I asked you about doing this interview, was my approach good? Was it bad? What did you think about it?
It was good. It was nice and
Yeah.
friendly.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
I was about to do my laundry.
Yeah. I was like I said, I was doing my laundry too. I caught you right in the middle.
Yeah, but no, I really like it, and I
Okay.
hopefully I help you.
Yeah,
and yeah.
Nice. So in terms of the interview, right, start to finish, did you see how everything was going in the line? Did it make sense? Did you
Yes.
learn anything new?
Yes.
Okay, so you learned a couple
A
new
few
things.
things, yes.
Absolutely, nice. The last thing I always ask, right, from a mental health standpoint, maybe a life lesson you learned, some wise words somebody said to you that you can share on my channel. It could be anything. Don't overthink it. Just whatever comes to mind.
Don't overthink things.
Don't overthink things. I love it. You threw it back on me. Like, don't overthink things. Like, absolutely. So, thank you so much. Definitely appreciate you doing this with us. We appreciate your time,
Thank
patience,
you.
and everything. I know it's a little bit, but we thank you so much, and we hope that you have a great one. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.